This is WITN News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Megan Hucks. Greenville police are still on scene investigating what appears to be a drive-by shooting. A state of emergency was issued here in Atlantic Beach. All right, well, you know I'm a Coastal Carolina alum, right?
Oh, yeah. Josh Norman's your boy.
Josh Norman, and we also have some other alum on the Carolina Panthers, so it should be interesting. While bike lanes along this busy stretch of Evans Street may seem like a good idea to some, residents in neighborhoods like this one have their concerns. Business owners and even community members that I spoke with throughout the day say that they feel like people are tired of traveling to bigger cities. After his family asked the community to send Christmas cards, one little boy here in the east is being showered with gifts and love. Out of about 8,000 people, there are still 5,000 power outages. Dozens of vendors are set up inside, so if you're looking to do a little Christmas shopping, this is the perfect place to do so.
This is not what our country is about. We are about refuge. We are about a safe haven. We're about security. Summer Badwan, a woman who was born into the Muslim faith, says the travel ban set into place by President Donald Trump is not about protecting America. Rather, a hastily made decision that she says is affecting the lives of over 300 million people. As an American, I woke up and I was just outraged because this is America. We're the land of the free. We're the home of the brave. We have a constitution. We have freedoms. President Trump's order targets citizens from 7 predominantly Muslim countries who are now barred from entering the United States for at least 90 days. That aside, when President Trump signed the order on Friday, concerns on college campuses across the country were heightened.
The United States of America, which is supposed to be freedom for all, to have these restrictions kind of interferes and impedes on their ability. Kadhiri is a part of the Muslim Student Association at East Carolina University and spent Sunday afternoon at the Raleigh-Durham International Airport for a peaceful protest. What he says is a platform to stand up for what he and so many others throughout the United States believe in. We Muslims and non-Muslims, just as Americans as a whole, we can unify, and then I think that will speak volumes for what America really stands for. Give myself away. Songs transcended the crowd as loved ones held on tight to one another during the candlelight vigil at the Temple of Deliverance Worship Center in Kinston for 18-year-old Antonio Hines, who was shot and killed Sunday. Speaker after speaker, they preached to inspire change.
Come on. Or maybe this is a sign to try to warn us and to pull us together, to unify us, to talk to our kids.
Canary Fields, one of Hines' teachers at Kinston High School, says this event was about remembering the person that so many people cherished and showing the youth a better way. He says it is time for parents to take a stand and be more of a presence in their children's lives so they do not have to witness another tragedy.
I believe that this is the beginning of change. This candlelight visuals with the community unifying as one, realizing that we're kind of fed up with what's going on, and we all have to grab each other's hands and stand up together.
Hines was a member of Kinston High School's marching band who ended the vigil by dedicating a song in the memory of their classmate, but instrumentals began to fade as their tears started to fall.
He's going to be missed. He was a very good person if you got to know him. He's going to be missed.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Many Eastern Carolina residents are excited for the possibility of a few inches this weekend.
I didn't quite believe it, but as the temperatures began to drop and I began to feel the coldness come, I was like, yeah, it's coming.
And the threat of heavy snow on Saturday sent dozens rushing to the grocery store Thursday night in preparation for what could come, grabbing a few necessities to get them through the weekend.
The first thing is bread and milk and eggs,
Bread, water, hot dogs, pork and beans.
But the bread aisle at many grocery stores like the Piggly Wiggly in Greenville were looking pretty scarce after the 5 o'clock rush hour.
All the bread is gone, and luckily I already have some. So, yeah, because if I had came and got some, it sure wouldn't have any.
All the bread is gone, and we went in Walmart and all of the eggs was gone.
And shoppers say they hope the stores will restock the shelves Friday so they can get settled inside this weekend until they want to catch a flurry or two.
I'm looking to stay in. If I do feel a little need to come out and, maybe play around in the snow, still a big kid at heart.
Not 4, but 7 NCAA events moved from North Carolina over the controversial legislation known as House Bill 2. One of those being the 2017 Division I Women's Golf Regional Championships at Ironwood Golf and Country Club in Greenville. According to a letter sent to state lawmakers by the North Carolina Sports Association, the NCAA could shut the Tar Heel State out of championship events until 2022.
Believe me, they want to come back to North Carolina as soon as they can. So we're hoping that there's some movement in the legislature and things may change at some point soon. So I'm hoping it's not a 5-year period that we're dealing with this.
Comfort does want to set the record straight. He says that this decision will not affect those sites who earned the opportunity to host a regional or a super regional. So with ECU baseball ranked as high as number 6 in some preseason polls, Clark LeClaire Stadium could see some action. And since the notorious bathroom bill was passed during special session last March, businesses and even entertainers have pulled out of North Carolina because they say it openly discriminates the LGBT community, mandating that transgender people use the bathroom according to the gender listed on their birth certificate.
Well, it's a tremendous loss financially, but I think it's also a tremendous loss to us from, a historical perspective. We've always had the tournaments, always. So to not have them it's just not going to be the same.
Bright says it's unfair to the sports fans across North Carolina, and if the bill isn't repealed, that money will ultimately be spent elsewhere, something that Comfer hopes can be avoided.
For our fans and everyone else, let's hope for a quick resolution of this through the legislature and the leadership in our political realm and see if we can't get back to hosting NCAA events in our state.